Alright guys, I'm filming this in my room. I just got back from Half Price Books. They had a 20% off sale for Labor Day. And I've got a little... I'm ready to unbox. We're just do this on my bed. So I was kind of lying down, taking a nap. Okay, first we started off with a book we've been looking for. I saw it first at Barnes & Noble's, but I'm glad I waited to get it because it was cheaper. It was only $7.99 at Half Price Books, and it's How Not to Be Wrong, The Power of Mathematical Thinking by Jordan Ellenberg, and I'm excited to read that. It's just basically a book on how we use mathematical principles and concepts in the real world. So I think that'll be interesting and hopefully grow my curiosity for calculus. And then I found something really cool in this Funko minifig from Golden Face Jim in The Office, and this is one of my favorite episodes, and it's when he makes the movie and they tie them all up in the storage room, and he's got the explosive puck, and those are all the other ones you can collect, and it was $4. Oh, try to focus. $4, so I think that was a good purchase. And they have a CD player in my car, so I like to buy CDs. I've got an Olivia Rodrigo CD, a Katy Perry Teenage Dream CD. I forget what the album called, but add the Lion King CD. So if you see me pulling into the parking lot playing Hakuna Matata, either shut your mouth or sing along. Okay. I found another cool pop. Of course, it's a pop because I'm me. It's actually James Madison. I mean, get up close and personal there. It's James Madison. This is going to go great with my other Hamilton pops. I've got, you can kind of see from my shoes, I've got King George and Thomas Jefferson, so he's probably going to go somewhere in there. I'll put him next to Harry Potter for now. And then I've got two more. I've got one called Stalking Jack the Ripper. It's kind of like, I would say, kind of horror, fantasy, romance. So I'm really interested in reading that. And then I got a book preview for coming attractions, Marathon Training for Dummies. So hopefully this has some good information on running and kind of stretching in there. And like I said, because of Labor Day, all this was 20% off. So my final for these 5 items ended up being $35.05. I think this is, yep. Actually, sorry, 6 items, because I got the 3 books, the disc, the minifig, and James Madison over there. Everything I picked up on this haul. Thanks for watching, and po out. Alright guys, Post Perspective, back at it with another video. Today I thought we would mix it up and do a little book review. I was just finished up this series by Jennifer Lynn Barnes called The Inheritance Games, and this is actually a trilogy. So the first book is The Inheritance Games, the second one's The Hawthorne Legacy, and the third one is The Final Gambit. Like I said, I think I just finished this about a week ago. And the plot of The Inheritance Games, we follow the main character, Avery Grams, as she goes from being kind of a nobody, poor girl on the street, to inheriting billions of dollars from this kind of mysterious dead billionaire, Tobias Hawthorne, and everybody's super mad at her because that money was supposed to go to his grandkids or whatever. And so she goes to the mansion and she meets his grandkids, the 4 brothers, the Hawthorne brothers. And then basically throughout the series, they solve a bunch of clues and riddles to try and figure out why this rich billionaire would leave basically a nobody billions of dollars. Alright, so that was the basic kind of introduction. Let's go into likes. What I like about this book is it's easy to read. The chapters are very short. The chapters are usually no more, I would say, than 3 to 5 pages. These chapters are incredibly short. Some of them, like between chapter 3 and then chapter 4, is literally a page and a half. So if you want a quick read and you don't want to really get bogged down into details, I think like I said, Jennifer and Bond does a really good job of making it fast paced and like interesting, and like cutting out all like, you know, stuff that you don't need. You're not gonna get bogged down into like details. You know, I feel like when some people try to do, this isn't really a fantasy series, but it's kind of like riddles and stuff. When some people try to do fantasy series, there's just pages and pages of like what do they call it, background information that you kind of just get bogged down. That doesn't really happen. I really like the characters in this story. She's really good at making you care for the characters. Like I said, Avery is the main character. She's the one that inherits billions, and she meets the 4 brothers, Jameson, Grayson, Nash, and Xander, and it's kind of like a love triangle between like Jameson and Grayson. I won't spoil anything else, but if you like love triangles, which I'm usually not a fan of, but I thought she did this one all right. And then we meet Avery's sister, Libby, and she just does a really good job of like making likable characters. Okay. Some things I don't like about this series. I don't really like the ending. I think it was kind of anticlimactic. I mean, there were a few twists and turns, but as far as like it ended, I don't know. To me, the ending was kind of unbelievable. And another thing, I don't know if the series needed to be 3 books. I think, like, don't get me wrong, the middle one's interesting, but I don't know if it was necessary, like, for the overall story. And, like, yeah, those are my thoughts, kind of my opinions, my likes and dislikes. Honestly, if I were to rate it, I'd probably give it, like 2.5 out of 5 stars. I think it's a great read. I think it's fun. I think it's easy. You know, it's not life-changing, but I think if you're just kind of, like, in a rut and you need, like, an easy read that's, like, fun, and like I said, it's like easy to understand, and it's fun and has likable characters, then like this is a good trilogy to read. I know she has another trilogy based on like just the brothers. I think it's their own trilogy from their pub. You can kind of see it on the back of here. The first book is called The Brothers Hawthorne, and that's kind of like their own series from their like POVs. I don't know if I'm gonna read that yet. I think I'm gonna give it a break because I think that's also like another 3 books. Like I think that's another trilogy that she wrote. So I think I'm gonna give it a break. I am interested in reading her other book, the Natural series. I've heard that's really good. I've heard it's kind of like Criminal Minds, FBI-esque, so that does sound interesting. That's another popular one of her books. You can see it in the back. And yeah, so overall, like I said, I give it 2.5 stars out of 5. I think it's a fun read. It was easy, something nice to just like take my brain off of like schoolwork and stuff. And yeah, it's my overall review, and thanks for listening. Poe out. Oh, and let me know which books you guys want me to read next. I've been trying to get into more like classics. I'm not like a big fan. I read Romeo and Juliet. I thought it was but if you guys actually know like some good classics, leave them in the comments and I'll try them out. Alright, see ya.